he took it. Playing a flat back to Missouri when he wanted it in Marshfield a few years ago. He said he would have walked back to Missouri just so that the trophy would get back there after he heard the story.
We're just babbling.
Yeah, you're definitely right. That's pretty cool. Steve Parsons, always a pleasure to see you. Welcome back to the SK Speedway. Looks like we're finally going to try this again, get some lights back. And I know we're going to see some good quality racing going forward.
Absolutely, a lot of good yet to come.
All right, so just as the lights started to come back, the power was zapped completely around the racetrack. Is what happened there. So that's why the stream went down. They all the power just ended. Done. Goodbye. So we got things.
Travis Paul, did you say
Power came back up, and we're here. But the lights, we lost the lights. Now and we lost the flag stand lights now.
PBRs with $473.
Still talking about those dollar PBRs here too.
Give us those numbers, buddy.
But anyway, so the lights had started to come back, and as they started to peak, they almost got to their peak heat, and then the power everywhere here went off. Came back on now, so I don't know what to expect anymore. So we've Steve, we've had a lightning delay before, but we've never had a light delay.
Yeah, no, it's especially twice.
Yeah.
I mean, we had it, then it was close, and then it stopped again. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and I'm not. I mean, I'm hopeful. I have no idea what's going to happen because I don't know anything about any of this. But we were really looking forward to these feature races. There were 6 of them. We were about a third or so of the way through the first feature of the night, and we were having a really good race. Everything was going well. Somebody did something that threw the yellow flag, and then it was bedlam. And it has been since bedlam. But anyway, infrared lights are back on now. So yeah, we'll do some more monkeying around with those. I don't know. Not much else to do here sometimes.
Maybe if we make a little noise, that'll help him.
He just jinxed it.
Yeah.
Guys are doing good over
Yeah, the
here.
jinx. The old-fashioned jinx. It happens.
Let's do it again over here. Let's show the rest of them how it's done. If you're ready to get back correctly, let's help these lights out. SK Speedway, make some noise. All right. As soon as this track is safely lit up, we're going back to green.
All right, well, our online audience is now sparsely populated, but they'll come back. No doubt about that. But they were, I know everybody watching online was excited for what was about to happen there. But they see now we're sitting here in the dark. Hopefully you've got lights where you are at home. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, got the corners lit up. Don't have the backstretch lit up, or
the front.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, have the first corner and the third and fourth, not the second or the straightaways. But as we said, going through glitches all night.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, certainly are. And so anyway, so lights are out here at SK, and we wait. We wait for them to come back. They had them on for like, I don't know, what was it, like 4 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everything went out.
The whole kit and caboodle went right in the lake behind us. Is what happened there. Again, we've had lightning delays. I remember one. It was football season. It was in Neillsville a couple of years ago. Neillsville Colby high school football, and they played until around 4 minutes or so left in the second quarter. And then they called it due to lightning. They came back and they started the game the next day at like 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. They played it just a couple minutes and then it was halftime right away. But they took just like a 5-minute halftime or something like that. So that was a lightning delay. I know you had a lightning delay in boys sectional baseball last year.
Oh, yeah.
In Eau Claire.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, you had a rain, lightning, whatever, all the above.
Yeah, we had we got the first game done, Rapids and Spash. That game finished up. And then Marshfield and Eau Claire North went like 11 innings or something. And so then the last game got started late, which was Wisconsin Rapids and Eau Claire North. And you could see the storm coming in. And then they got about 2.5 innings done. And then it just, we were waiting, we were hoping, and then it started again because obviously in baseball you have to, every lightning strike, the 30-minute timer starts up again. And then, unfortunately we had to go, the game got called off and then had to go back to Eau Claire the next day to finish it up. So that was a very long rain delay. That was, what was it, 16 hours or something? So, yeah.
So we've experienced lightning delays. We've never had a light delay, but we are in a light delay now, and we wait for the lights to come back on. Rachel here with an update.
Kevin wanted to know if you wanted to say so, a few things. He's got stuff to talk about.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, we'll bring Kevin Barkender back into the mix here to talk about take Steve's spot. So I'll stay on. So here we are, Kevin.
It's good to be back on. Unfortunately, not the way I wanted to be back on.
Yeah, right.
We had some great heat races.
Yeah.
And then we were just getting the. You get an announcement?
Nah, he's
no,
just
I guess not.
Yeah.
We were just getting some good feature racing started, and then this all happens, which is really a shame. But I've never seen anything like this, to be honest, either.
No.
It can happen. I think I've seen it at probably like a high school gathering or something like that.
Yeah. What happened in the Super Bowl a few years ago in New Orleans? The Patriots and
no, actually it was the Ravens and 49ers.
The Ravens 49ers in New Orleans, and the lights went out in the Superdome.
Yep, half of them went out, and they still could have technically sort of played. It wasn't a complete blackout like this was.
Yeah.
But they decided to wait, and that delayed things a little bit, and the 49ers almost came back and won that game. So
that's right.
That was really interesting. But, yeah, we had some good heat races. Really, we saw the SpaceX do real well in the Super Stocks. We saw my cousin, his first A-Mod race here, start on the pole and then finish in fourth. Allegedly, I've heard that he bottomed out his car, and that's why he went way up the track.
Oh, okay.
He was in second. So that was interesting. And then, unfortunately, we don't have a ton of B mods here tonight, but we have some good racing there. The Hornets are always really fun. Everybody loves that class. We had Sam Sheehan leading that race for quite a few laps, and then ended up getting passed, and he finished in second. But yeah, it's been a decent opening night, and it looks like we're kind of getting the lights back on.
We experienced this a few minutes ago. What Steve and I were talking about is we had a really good first third of this feature. It was really exciting. A lead change in the midst of it, and then the yellow came out. But this hopefully it gets restarted here because it was a really good first third of this race.
Yeah, and the features are what everyone comes out for. It's the money makers for. No one really. There are fans that come out here for the heats, and those heats are good too. But the feature, that's the main attraction, and we still have the Dirt King feature coming up, and we still have the A-Mods. We have a lot of really fast, exciting races ahead. So I'm really there's still a lot to look forward to tonight. It's going to be a little bit of a later night, obviously. But that happens a lot in racing, whether it's rain delays or this type of delay, or an ambulance has to leave the track because there's an emergency, or because there's an emergency on the track. So we're not strangers to delays at this track, but it's obviously frustrating for everyone to have this issue, and hopefully we can get it resolved soon and we can go back to racing.
Yeah, well, okay, so we're about where we were for about 10, 15 minutes ago when the lights came back. They started coming back up. We got to about this point and we lost the whole shindig. So the lights above the flag stand still aren't on. Those probably need to come on yet.
Yes.
And a couple others, it looks like, are still coming back up. So we're a little bit close. We'll have Lucas turn the infrareds back off. A lot of fun, though, playing around with them. It's kind of like ghost hunting. We didn't see any ghosts, though. We were shooting.
Yeah, I know.
Trying to find a ghost, couldn't find one.
I heard some people in the stands talking about, let's shoot off some fireworks when the lights went off. So, yeah, that would have been fun, but not what we expected tonight. And
yeah, so okay. So the cars, drivers getting them fired back up, and I think we're getting pretty close. We got movement on the track here. Again, that light above the flag stand still not on, but I guess maybe they're going to just do without that one.
Yeah, I mean,
it's right at the start-finish line here. It is dark right there.
Yes, yeah, I definitely agree that, yeah, they're still missing a few lights.
But maybe it's enough to conduct a race.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they've raced in fog here in the past, and I mean, as long as these drivers can see.
Yeah, and they're going to find that out right now. That's what I think. What one of the main things they're probably going to do right away is have a run a couple here and report back on what they're seeing on the track.
Yeah, This is really a unique situation. I'm kind of interested to see how it all shakes out. But yeah, it's good to be back, having the cars fire back up and around the track. At least we're showing some progress here. And,
that's right.
And we've got a lot of racing ahead of us. There's like the whole show still is ahead of us, and it's going to be a great late model. 23 cars they announced are going to be in the feature. It's going to be huge, really exciting, something that we haven't seen in a couple of years here.
Yeah, we got the 29 down here in turns 1 and 2, not able to get fired back up.
Yep, that's Chad Selk, really fast, speedy driver. He's been racing in the B-Mods for a while, and he generally does very well. It's unfortunate that he's not able to fire it back up. Hopefully he can get it back up and not have to go into the pits.
Yeah, matter of fact, saw that car at Chili Implement last summer. They were kind of showing off. Chili Implement, I think, has got still a sticker on the back end of that car, and he's off and running now. So, all right, well, we'll bring Steve Maves back in. Thank you, Kevin. Bring Steve Maves back into the broadcast here as cars are rotating around the track in a circular motion. And that can only be good. Gosh, we hope so. As all the lights are on, the yellows are flashing. And as I was talking to Kevin about, one of the first things those drivers are doing as they're getting around the track is reporting back on how visibility is. And as I say that now, the flag stand lights are coming back on. So I think we're where we were 20, 25 minutes ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially, as you mentioned, with if that light hadn't come on, what it would be like at the start-finish line. But luckily it came back on, and we're just about ready to go.
All right, yep, they're going to get them lined up here, it looks like.
Jake Smith, Chad Selk, Kent Baxter, Mike Weidman, and John Fearn, and Andy Carl. Andy Carl was the one that had left the race.
All right, they will come around turns 3 and 4, and green flag at SK Speedway.
Jake Smith with the lead in the number 21 car. Kent Baxter, 95. And everybody's bunched up to begin things. Jake Smith goes high, drifts a little too much on the 4th turn, but regains the lead easily. And going low is Kent Baxter, now in 2nd place. Going high, 29, that's Chad Selk, now in 4th. The 119 car, Mike Weidman, the next step car, trying to gain some ground and going low and trying to retake the 4th spot, battle for 4th place in the back of the pack.
He's trying to get that nose turned a little bit early coming in there, trying to dig down real deep and get past these first 2 cars. We'll see if he can do it here.
Jake Smith drifts high up along the barrier, and Kent Baxter goes low, and he's got the lead back. And Mike Weidman in the next step car trying to take back over the 2nd spot. Jake Smith now in 2nd. and goes low, trying to get below Kent Baxter, but Baxter takes the lead. A little bit of a comfortable lead now as Mike Weidman tries to get back underneath Jake Smith in the 21 car as Weidman slows down a little bit on that backstretch.
Baxter won that heat earlier, and he's got this track figured out, but he's got a little smoke on a white flag here. Does he have enough to get back around and take the win?
Oh, and a big flip in the first turn. Huge flip went the 54 car end over end in a barrel roll. John Fearn. And everybody has to stop immediately.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to tell you that the 54 of John Fearn is okay.
All right, so he gives a thumbs up out of his car there, but you're right. He barrel rolled out of turn 1 as he was coming around the corner. And do we get a white checker here out of this, Kevin? Or yeah, or is it done there? All right, so we think the red flag is out here at the start-finish line. Baxter is up ahead at turn 1. Okay.
Yep, and they're
going to wave him through here. The cars at the start-finish line, they're going to wave.
Yep. Checkered flag was waved.
And they're saying, yeah, that is the race. And so we do have a feature champion there on it was at the 96 of Baxter?
Yep, 95.
95, sorry.
Yep, Kent Baxter with the win. Jake Smith second. Mike Weidman third. Chad Selkin fourth. John Fearn in fifth. And Andy Carl finishes sixth.
All right, there you have it. So just add that to the annuals here of an interesting May 29th here at SK Speedway. But we show there the winning car driven. You said Mike Baxter?
Kent.
I was close. Kent Baxter, who won his heat, and Kent Baxter now wins the feature and wins it under yellow. Okay, yep. So our PA announcer confirms what we were already told, that the race is final after you take the white flag. A yellow flag, after the white flag is taken, that yellow flag is the same as a checkered flag at that point. And where that yellow flag comes out, your position on the track is frozen, and your place at that point is official. And here comes Kent Baxter showing off his fast 95X Hot Rod. He is the winner here in his feature tonight.
Yeah, first feature of the night, 5 left, and he gets one of those pretty big, nice-looking trophies in Victory Lane.
Dang right he does. He pulls right in there. We'll get to see that very tall trophy. I don't think he can fit that in his car. He may have to rent a trailer. They put it in the hauler, I guess. Put that in the back of his hauler. But congratulations there.
Absolutely, especially after all the delays and everything that happened. Kent Baxter with the first feature win of the night.
Yeah, well, very excited for him. Got a little bit of cleanup in turn 1 to take care of. We'll let Kent Baxter here get his checkered flag.
Waiting for the 95X of Kent Baxter, pulling out of his race car in Victory Lane. Make some noise so we can hear you.
And there comes Kent there. Congratulations again to Kent Baxter. Gonna go get that, go grab that cool trophy. Stand there for a couple pictures for our camera. And soak in the moment, Kent Baxter. Nicely done. All right, let's take a commercial break. Be back for more live racing here at SK Speedway in just a bit.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call it a celebration. Let's take the next step together.
Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
All right, back here to SK Speedway. We've our first champion of the night. I'll ask Lucas to take camera number 2, please. and show you SK Speedway Victory Lane, and that's where we saw Kent Baxter just a moment ago. Jason Zaleski here alongside Steve Maves, Lucas Hoheisel producing today's show, and Rachel just kind of hanging out, which is great. We like having her here just in case. You never know. But Victory Lane, Steve, that's Kent Baxter. And I asked before a commercial break where he's going to put that big, I mean, that was, what, a 7-foot trophy? I mean, a tall one.
Yep.
And what did he do? He put it in the trunk of that car.
Yeah, and then he had to go to inspection, and now they're pushing him off the racetrack. So something might have happened, but yeah, he's first winner of the night. So congratulations to him. A pretty competitive race between him and Jake Smith. So good race to start off the features for the night.
Yeah, just push him off there. No need to fire that hot rod back up. Just to get it off the track, into the hauler, let it continue to cool down, and push it back up in there. And when you got a car as fast as that, you don't want to wear off the fast.
Yep.
But as soon as he gets pushed free, we should get our next group. And if I've got it right, the A-Mods will come back out next. And be our second feature of the night, second of 6, as we work our way towards the Salute to Service 30, hosted by Dirt Kings. Kind of excited for that. The Dirt Kings brought their own PA announcers with them. They got their own crew. They got a nice little setup down by the restrooms and the concession stand area. They're kind of putting on a show here. It's the Dirt Kings Tour is what we found out. But that's what everything's building up towards. And what did we come up with, 23?
Yep.
23 cars on a 1/3 mile track. So I see folks watching online. Now is the time to tell your friends, neighbors, and strangers that a really big race is coming up. And it'll be one that you'll want to see here. That was, we finished up B-Mods. They had a 15-lap feature, interrupted about 6 laps in by a yellow, and then a light outage.
Yeah.
For another 20 minutes, and I hear some cars being fired up in the pit area, so I think the A-Mods are coming up here soon. You see Randy Bargender in one of our track vehicles out there coming back this way, so I'm hoping that we've got live racing coming back here soon. Get the show back on the road. But having a fun night out here at SK Speedway. Again, we'll be out here every Friday during the race season and during our 60 days of summer with Zaleski Sports. All that technically starts on Monday, although we've given you a sneak peek at it here tonight. But Monday, golf at River Edge, at Holmes River Edge Public Golf Course. Steve Maves on the call on Monday night. And Tuesday, it is Upper Co-Ed League at S&O's in Hewitt, and Steve and myself will be on the call for volleyball on Tuesday. And then Thursday, it's out to Marshfield Country Club for league night. I will guide you through the golf on Thursday night. Back here on Friday, a week from today, for week 2 in the 2020 race season at SK Speedway. And that is the season opener and the historic opener for the Marshfield Bandits in their inaugural season. It'll be game 1 of the Marshfield Bandits. They look back in the history of it. They'll say, oh yeah, we played our first game on June 6th at Walt Kroll Field at Columbus Catholic High School, and that's exactly what they'll do on June 6th. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. And then because the Eau Claire squad doesn't have a place to play yet in Eau Claire. Carson Park closed down because the university is shut down. They will host their own home game right after the conclusion of the Marshfield Minnesota Grizzlies game. So it'll be back-to-back Champions Amateur Football League games next week, Saturday. And, I mean, that's a full week. Yeah. And that's the first week, 60 days of summer. And, it's here. It's happening. And we're excited for it. We got a pretty good history of good weather. Talked about some of those lightning delays that we've experienced, but by and large, 95% of our broadcasts come up, and there's not any kind of weather that interrupts them. So we're pretty much solid gold there, I think. And but anyway, Steve, just a pretty exciting week that we're all looking forward to next week.
Well, and especially Saturday, as you mentioned, 2 football games for free.
Yeah,
free admission.
That's
Go
right.
and watch some football at Columbus Catholic High School. Should be a fun time, as you mentioned. Going to be really interested to see how the volleyball goes. As you mentioned, some upper volleyball players in that league, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Headed back out to the golf course, as you mentioned, on Monday and Thursday, and then right back here next Friday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Very busy opening week, but it's that's what we do. So it's good to be back out and doing it again.
Mentioned a couple times over the last week or so, we broke the news a week ago today that an independent baseball league is attempting to be formed right now with the American Legion baseball season completely canceled. Listen to the PA announcer here real quick.
You guys are sticking around for us. So I appreciate all your guys'
So they say they were looking at maybe a track deformity in turn 1, but none to be found. So the street stocks now. Sorry, not the AMONs, the street stocks. But baseball perhaps on the horizon, and if that were to happen, keep it tuned right here to Zaleski Sports. Go to ZaleskiSports.com for all the latest information. But if baseball were to crop up here, and we think there's a pretty good chance it will, we'll add that to our 60 days of summer as well, because baseball is awesome. So the street stocks appearing on the track, 2, 4, 6 in our feature race here for the street stocks. Again, if you were watching earlier, you saw all these cars in their heat. The way the heats work here, you are, if you finish in the top half of your heat, you're put into the top half of the feature race, and then a drawing ensues. So there's no pole position or qualifying positions. If you finish in the top half of your heat, you're put in the top half of the feature drawing, and then your places are drawn. And then the same thing for the second half. You finish the second half of your heat, and you come out and you're placed in the second half of the feature, and the names are drawn for starting positions. So names have been drawn, and Steve, I know, is working on those names. Again, the track's been slow getting the names to us, but we've been finding them different ways.
Yeah, and so starting for this race, Jared Lindner 3, Hunter Anderson won in a shootout in his heat race. Parker Anderson, Kyle Jeanette, Brandon Hakala, Bruce Stanley. I don't think Brittany Smith is out there. She got into a wreck, I believe.
Yep, she did.
And then Hunter Anderson out there again. They have him on here twice, but one more lap and then we'll go green.
All right, well, looking forward to it. Certainly more. The racing, it turns out, Steve, is more fun when they're racing than when they're not. And so we're very much looking forward to getting these street stocks into their feature.
Yeah, keep an eye on Hunter Anderson in the red 27, starting on the outside in the first row. He had a very close win in his heat race earlier on.
As they come around turn 4, green flag at SK Speedway.
And we're underway as, again, 6 cars heading into that first corner. They were going 3 wide, still the 3 wide, going down the backstretch, and Hunter Anderson takes the lead into the last turn, and what a move there by the other 27, and Hunter Anderson retakes the lead.
He used the cars around him as kind of a bumper as he came into that corner hot, and he used them to slow his car down and scooted right past him.
Hunter Anderson in the red 27 as Parker Anderson in the white 27, and a little contact coming out of the fourth corner. 16 is Kyle Gannett and Jared Lindner in the 3J. And so the Andersons run 1 and 2 right now, looking for that feature win. Again, street stocks as just got by Parker was Hunter in the red 27.
Quite a battle here, first through fourth, and a dive down inside. He'll keep his first position.
Yeah, now 16, that's Kyle Gannett looking as well as he gets the bottom position, and now he is in second.
Yeah, made a good move there. See if he can challenge for that top spot. It may have been held back, and he bangs now and trying to bang his way into first place.
Hunter Anderson needing to do a good job of defending, and it's going to be close coming to the
Yeah,
back.
they are door to door coming down the back stretch, and looks like Jeanette with inside position coming around turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, pushes Anderson out of the way a little bit and takes the lead. Kyle Gannett seems to be a local favorite. Everybody clapping as Kyle is making his moves.
Well, and you could tell he was kind of stifled back there in third position. As soon as he broke free from that, he's been on a tear here. See if he can hold this spot for our final third of the race.
Hunter Anderson went from first to third as Parker took over his spot in second place.
Yeah. Really starting to pull away here as we come down to the final lap here. White flag is out.
White flag in the air. Kyle Gannett gets a big round of applause as he is into the second corner. Parker Anderson in the white 27, Hunter Anderson in the red 27, and Gannett into the final turn, into turns 3 and 4, and Kyle Gannett will win the feature in street stocks here tonight.
Yeah, congratulations to Kyle Jeanette. Ran a really nice race there. Again, kind of got bottled up when he was in fourth and third place, got bottled up there, and as soon as he got some clean air ahead of him, as he is still flying around the track, he might have thought there was another lap yet. Or he's just really excited. I think he might have thought there was another lap left.
As you mentioned, a very, very well-run race by Kyle.
Yeah, I think, like I said, after he broke loose there, that clean air in front of him is what he was searching for the whole time. Got it and made it work for a first-place finish here tonight.
Absolutely. Headed to Victory Lane to claim his trophy here in the second feature of the night.
See if he puts that in his trunk. Just like Kent Baxter put his in his trunk, which is a pretty good move. I didn't know there was that much trunk space in these cars, but you find out something new every day. But they'll wait for Kyle, Kyle, right? Yeah, thank you. Wait for Kyle to get unbuckled. I've heard more names in the past month. There he is, Kyle Jeanette, waving the flag high. Put him in front of that number 16 hot rod there. Get a couple pictures taken.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is the moment you've all been waiting for. About two of them. The discount shop towels at Dirt Kings Late Model 2 are coming out to the racetrack, and I'll shut up for a little while. Turn things over to a qualified announcer, Mr. Matt Panier.
All right, so Dirt Kings PA announcer taking over here, which to some in the crowd was a relief. Sarcastic cheer, I think, or a Bronx cheer.
The salute to Service 30 for the discountshoptowels.com Dirt Kings Level Tour. Let's tell you how we're going to line them up for the 30-lap main event. Starting on point from Marshall.
All right, so got our Dirt Kings main event feature race coming up right now is what I just understood. So let's take a quick commercial break and be back for our main event. It's the Dirt Kings Salute to Service 30 when we come back.
That will be the Weir's Machine at number 25 of Insurance.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chile, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement.
You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
All right, we see our last race winner, Kyle Jeanette, in the 16 right there, going through inspection. And as soon as he clears inspection, our lineup of 23, holy man, 23 will take to the track here in the Dirt Kings Salute to Service 30. It is the main event here tonight. We do have some undercard events that will take place after that race. We'll bring those to you as well. But it is the main event here right now, or momentarily, after race winner Kyle Jeanette leaves the track. But they've been announcing all 23 cars since we went to commercial break, still announcing them now. That's just how many there are. 23 cars are going to be on this track, and it's going to be something. It's going to be a sight to behold, Steve.
Yeah, and we had about 10 during the heat races, and that was overly loud, and I can't even imagine what 23 of those cars is going to sound like and look like when they start up in a couple minutes. But the heat races were very exciting, a lot of fun to watch. 7 cautions between the 3 or 4 heat races, so it's going to be a very, very tough racing, a lot of banging around and a lot of wide racing, and very close to each other as we've seen so far tonight.
Well, I think it's going to be so loud that wherever people are watching us at home, they'll be able to hear it from there. That's, I think, how loud it's going to be, as I see some of the cars moving around down in the pit area right now. And we'll keep an eye over there, is keep one ear on our PA announcer and making sure that we're not going to be delayed here any further coming in. Just some light track conditioning going on right now.
Yeah, and much needed. Two features down, but with 23 cars and 30 laps, it's going to be, the track is going to take a good beating.
Yeah, it will, and I think that then the features after are going to have to maneuver through. Part of, I guess, just part of what that's going to be like. But yeah, this is going to be something else here. And what a way to start off the season here at SK Speedway. You started off with a bang. We were listening to some of the folks. They're actually a month late into their season. We should be a month into it by now, but of course with safety concerns around the virus that may or may not be traveling around the country right now. They decided to, with the state of Wisconsin safer at home, that included this racetrack here. So, but we're up and running now, and I don't know. I look at a lot of these folks out here that are watching the race, and I mean, you wouldn't think we missed anything. I mean, they're into it. They packed the racetrack tonight, and they're having a great time. Some of them got filled up on dollar PBRs during the light shutdown. But it looks like everybody's still here. And as I predicted, though, some of those kids that were out here romping around at 6 o'clock, they are nowhere to be found. They're probably taking a nap somewhere right now. But, yeah, I hear all kinds of cars started up over there. So I think we're just a couple minutes away from having the Dirt Kings Tour on the track here in front of us here any moment. We'll take one more quick commercial break and be back for live racing in just a moment.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
All right, so as we take a look to the entrance of the track, we will have our Dirt King Tour come on the track here for the final time tonight, which means it is the Salute to Service 30. And here they come. It'll be cars 1 through 23, and we'll let you just kind of soak it in here. But this is quite a display of autos and auto racing here, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. And as they were mentioning and calling out the positioning, 2 of the heat winners are in the, I think, the 6th row. And so the 81 here won his. And so it's going to be a lot of these guys that have already won. 89 and 81 won their heats.
Right.
And so going to be a lot of racers that have won and want to get to the front of that front of the group, and it's going to be as they already made their first round around the track, and there's still cars coming on.
Yeah, and they start to get warmed up. Like you said, Steve, it's going to be loud. It's going to be exciting, but just instantly you can tell these cars are just so much faster than the next fastest group of cars that are available.
Well, and that Midas car that we saw dominating his heat and then have trouble in the 4th turn is back. He's starting in the last row, but he is back. So a very fast car is back out on the track.
Yeah, this is but a very, very impressive lineup here as we see them come around turn 4. And our flag stand tells them to get in line. And everybody's pretty much in line except for you get about halfway through. And they're straggling around back there on the back half. So I don't think we'll get a green this next time around. They'll have to use this lap here to get themselves lined up. But it's the Dirt Kings Tour. These drivers tour all over the Midwest, and they are here obviously tonight for this 30 lap. This is the feature. This is the top feature race of the night, and it's here. We thought it would never show up.
Yeah, first time they've been back to SK Speedway in 2 years.
All right.
We're not going to go off of names, 23 cars. We're just going to try and give you the numbers of the cars. And again, the first place car is already in the 3rd turn, and the last place car is in the 4th turn. So it's going to be a lot of very high energy racing, obviously, with the horsepower that these cars have.
Well, and I would imagine they will, after 10, 12 laps, they probably will get stretched out throughout the whole track as it is anyway. But we're anticipating a good one here, as now the tail end will stretch their legs for the last time here. They'll get zipped around into position.
Yeah, they'll go side by side when they start up instead of one by
one. Right.
So.
Right, but it is quite a display of machinery and horsepower here. These 23 cars coming from all corners throughout the Midwest. I heard through some of those starting lineups, I had one from Marshfield, and then they started making noise, and I lost track of the rest of them. But they come from all over the Midwest, and they continue to get lined up here, and we are close to racing. Here I take a look at the flag stand, and he's going to let them go around 2 more times yet. We don't have a 1 to go yet, so they're going to, I believe, continue to get themselves loosened up here, although he's got 2 flags in his hand now. Getting himself ready.
Yeah, 30 laps, too. It's going to be a long race. As now they're... Now I'm not really sure what they're doing.
Yeah, they're just having fun.
Now they're going. Oh, they're starting 4 wide.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
All right, here we go, Steve. They'll come around turn number 4 right now. It is the Dirt Kings. Salute to Service 30 coming around here, and they are they're just showing off here is exactly what's going on, and they get a round of applause and a wave from the crowd here as they put on their display here at SK Speedway here tonight.
So they are not starting 4 wide.
Good Lord. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
That would be a yellow flag every lap. But it is quite a view, though, as they go around like this. Like I said, he didn't give the 1 to go yet. Now everybody's going to go back and find their spot.
Yep.
They get the one to go here, so we will be green flag the next time around here at SK Speedway. And the 9 car will set the pace, and he'll get him started back around the other side. But look at here, these guys are going to have to catch up in a hurry. Coming up the tail end of the snake.
So I know we've talked about it a little bit on the way up here and in between breaks, but just imagine a half-mile track. This is a 3rd-mile track with twice as many cars, and the car's a little bit bigger. Stock car racing at Martinsville or Bristol, 40 cars in a half-mile track, and horsepower is beyond comparison. So it's going to be a lot like this very shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like he's giving him 2 to go now. So I misread that a moment ago. I think he may have been directing traffic with that finger that last time around. I mistook it as 1 to go. So this now the penultimate warm-up lap. One of my favorite words. Love that one. So he does give them the 1 to go here. 1 to go before we start our 30-lap feature here. It is the Dirt Kings. Salute to Service 30 here at SK Speedway in Unity. And this is going to be quite the show of force as they come around here and get ready. As they said, you ain't seen nothing yet.
It's quite the first night of racing.
Man, oh man, I would say. Really excited. They come around the corner here. The Dirt Kings. Salute to Service 30. Green flag at SK Speedway.
And the dust flies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and they already got one in the...
Yep. He didn't even get around to the start-finish line and got bottled up there at the tail end of that snake, and it is a yellow flag here on what has, I guess, become expected. It's now the expectation, I think, tonight. But able to get it moving, get it out of the way.
When they start up again, obviously we want the camera on the cars, but just take a look at the flag guy with all the dust coming in up at him and the amount of wind and force. And so we're going to start up again pretty shortly.
Yeah, it is a sight to behold, though. You're right about that, Steve. A sight to behold for sure.
The sight, the sound, the horsepower, it's quite something else.
So 1 to go this time around, 1 to go. And you see our flag man there give the 1 to go symbol, the 1 to go sign, 1. But it is quite fun. And again, if you're not here tonight, get out here next week because this is, and there we go. The lights have gone out again here at SK Speedway, and just a disappointing gasp from the crowd as we were 1 lap into it. And a good thing it went out then instead of as they came into turn 1 though. So red flag is out, and folks in the stands heading for the restroom right now. They thought, well, maybe I could hold it for a while, but not the case. Not the case, as the lights have gone out now for the 3rd time tonight. Yeah.
That one stayed on.
Yeah. Yeah, the light in turn 1 as Kevin Bargender steps in, as Steve Maves is he's clocked out. He's going to go on break for a while. Well, we've got the flag stand light is on. We'll turn the infrared back on. There we go. And the light in turn 1 is on. And that's it, Kevin.
Yeah, just frustrating this happens again. We had a really exciting, salute to the fans.
Yeah.
And we had that restart, which was really energizing. And then you had the 21 spin. And we're like, okay, all right, we'll just restart this all. We're fine. And they were just with 1 to go. 1 to go, the flagman gave them. And they got about, halfway down the backstretch, and bang.
Yeah, yep.
And I think that was a huge buzzkill, to say the least.
Yeah, it was a disappointing gasp from the crowd. Everybody looking forward to this moment. And, certainly nobody's fault. It's just one of those things, unfortunately, here. And hopefully they get them turned back on. I will say that the first time they went out, it was also when there was a yellow. So maybe – I don't know. I'm no electrician, but it seems now to be too much of a coincidence that yellow comes on and the lights go out.
And I believe that was Gunnar Frank in the 21F that spun. Looks like he got a little low on that restart, but that was a really amazing start to the race. Just having 23 cars going around the track all at once, and that's the same salute they did when the MSA wing sprints come here. They do the exact same salute. They have go 4 wide, come around the track, wave to the fans wave back, and then they kind of shoot out of it like you saw, and then they line back up, double file, and then they start off. And that's kind of what we saw here until recently. And this is but I'm really excited for the start of this race once they do get this going again.
Well, I guess that's the other part of the news here is when the lights did go out about an hour ago, they did get them back on. So I don't know whatever worked then, but that's probably going to be one of the first things that they give a shot at over there. But, we got 1 lap in.
Yeah, it's actually not even 1 lap because that was right on the restart. So they will restart the field.
We'll start at
30. Yep,
okay.
They'll restart it.
Okay.
So this will be a fresh field. They didn't even really technically get out of turn 1. They barely took the green flag, so they'll restart everything just as if it was a brand new race. But that's, I think, fair. But this is going to be a really intense race with this many cars on the track. You're going to see some cautions. You're probably going to see some wrecks.
Yep.
These guys are good. These are really good drivers. They race all over the state. TNT Speedway, everywhere. They're all over. Unfortunately, they're only going to be here once, but they do make 2 stops at other tracks as well. So
if you're a fan, you could perhaps watch them somewhere else if you wanted to see them again. It would be something you could do if you wanted to.
Yes, absolutely, and you could follow them all over the state if you wanted to. They race basically every weekend, I should say. So, and they have their own website and everything too. So it's pretty easy to follow them. They're even on Facebook. So it's really, you could really get into just watching just the late models, which are probably the most, in my opinion, the most exciting dirt track car available. I mean, they're the ultimate premier series of dirt track racing, and unfortunately here we don't really get that very often, and we only get the modifieds, which are fun too, but they're not the same power and strength of these late models, and just it's really cool to see them here. It's just I'm really, it's been a couple years, so it's kind of cool.
All right, so all that's left now is to see them.
Yes, yeah, and I've never seen. It just kind of blows my mind that this happened a second time. It kind of was in the back of my mind after they turned on the lights. I was like, well, hopefully we can make it the distance of the night. And I'm like, well, looks like things are going well, and I'm just really happy that this didn't happen during the race.
Right.
Because if that caution wouldn't have come out, they would have been racing during that point, probably, and all of a sudden, bang, the lights go out. They're going is pretty much pedal to the metal. There could have been a huge wreck.
Yeah.
A lot of people could have had their nights ended injured. Who knows? So I'm just glad that happened under caution. No one got hurt.
Right. So if the lights had to go out, fortunately, they went out under caution.
Yes. Yeah. You never want to see that during a race. I mean, that is just absolutely the worst. I couldn't imagine how terrifying that would be as a driver. You go from seeing everything to nothing. Especially if you're in the middle of the pack there, you don't really know who's where. You kind of lose. You have kind of like a little bit of a spatial disorientation.
Yeah.
So, good thing it happened here, and it actually sounds like all the late models have shut off their engines now. So, just kind of anticipating.
Yeah, I think that might have been one of the service vehicles there in the infield, but everybody's shut off. Well, no.
Oh, looks like
now they're back on, and I don't know if they're going to perhaps think about leaving the track at this point. I don't know if that would even make any sense. You may as well just stay put.
No, yeah, I wouldn't go back to the pits. There's really no adjustments to be made. The cars are set up. There's
may not be allowed to go back.
No, well, yeah, I unless there was an incident like the 21.
No, hang on. The PA announcement here coming.
Obviously, there's over $1 million worth of equipment on the racetrack right now, and with only a couple more races left, unfortunately, management and owners between SK Speedway and Dirt Kings during late model series have decided to postpone it.
All right, so they are postponing the events tonight. So tonight's event is now done. As they decide to err on the side of safety. They said over $1 million of equipment on the track with the Dirt Kings cars, and not confident about getting the power and the light fixtures back on yet tonight. It's already 17 minutes to the next day. And so some safety concerns there as we bring Steve Maves back in for the last time here tonight before we sign off. But we're tired.
Yeah.
They're tired. Say you got to sit out there for an hour. That could lead to some safety problems. So they've chosen wisely, I think, to end tonight's night right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially they got two races, or got a quarter or a third of a race in, and lights went out, and then we came back, and then and now we're after a caution. Getting ready to start. The leaders were in the third turn, and then the lights went out again. And so, obviously, a big disappointment that they aren't going to be racing tonight. But as you mentioned, it was unbelievable to see them during the heat races, and the amount of horsepower and the amount of power that those cars have. But again, got to stay on the side of caution, especially as they mentioned with the amount of money that these cars are worth and how much that goes into them. It's a very, very expensive sport that you don't want anybody getting seriously hurt in.
Nope, absolutely not, because you can race again the next night. We'll have an update on ZaleskiSports.com as soon as we get one to when this race will be made up. They said postponed, not canceled. Yep. So we'll get some information to you. Check us out at ZaleskiSports.com tomorrow. We'll give you the update on that. And again, our next live event, it starts our 60 days of summer with Zaleski Sports, and that's on Monday. We will be live at Holmes River Edge Public Golf Course at 5 o'clock with Steve Maves on the call for League Night Golf on Monday night. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you on